Well, I don't usually record myself walking and talking, but I thought I'd give it a go this time just for fun. It's the first day, about 2.5 hours in. The first day really is just a leg stretcher. It's only 3.5 hours in total. I set off early because the weather forecast is for heavy rain this afternoon and then very, very heavy rain overnight. And then it's expected to rain all day tomorrow. So I'm making the most of the semi-sunshine. I've done that stupid thing of buying new equipment and not testing it before the trip, which obviously I would swear I never do. But yeah, so my tent, I need to learn how to put that up. So I need to do that before the rain hits. So that's the start of the Great Ocean Walk. So the first day is almost over and it's only around lunchtime. So I had to get to this river crossing before high tide, although of course I got it completely wrong and managed to get here before high tide. Anyway, it turns out it's not a problem. There's no water coming up. You can get across easily. There's loads of stones to take you across. But yeah, the sea is incredibly rough. It's definitely not the right place to go for a little swim. So I just got to go up to the campsite now, set my tent up, get all that done before the rain hits, and it's been worth it already. The first morning of the first day, spectacular, really, really good. Well, I beat the rain, which is good. It's only lunchtime. I guess I'm going to be the only person in this campsite. I think most people miss this one because it's only 10 kilometres in. But it's quite a nice gentle start for me. It's a beautiful place. I put my tent up. There's a koala bear in the trees just above my tent. Hope it doesn't fall out the tree in the wind. I think I'll be the only person here. So it'll be interesting in the dark with all the snakes and the spiders and the koala bears. Should be quite scary actually, because you're in the middle of the forest. I've been hiking in the forest at night and there's so many kind of strange noises. So your imagination runs a little bit wild. We'll see how I do. Morning. Well, managed to get through last night. There's lots of rain, quite torrential, but the tent didn't flood, which is always a good thing. And now it's breakfast time, so just gonna show you the little cabins that we have here. So if the tent did get destroyed last night, I was gonna rush in here undercover. Here we've got the drinking water, which is just rainwater basically, and you have to filter it. So I've got a little Sawyer Mini, which is just boiling away. Nice having a cup of coffee there. In fact, it looks like it's done. Forecast for rain all day. Who knew it rains in a rainforest? I'm doing this in April, which is Australian autumn, and it feels well over 20 degrees. It's very humid because of the rain, I guess. Because it's a coastal walk, you assume there'll be lots of sea breezes cooling you down. But I think most of the walk actually is, or at least a third of it, let's say, or half, is through forest. But it's beautiful forest, and it's eucalyptus forest, so it's like you're breathing in Vicks all the time. And there's a slight bend. As I go around that slight bend, there's a little koala bear sitting there in the middle of the track, just staring at me. Just like, oh yeah, who's this then? Yeah, he just sits there patiently, looking at me. And then as I slowly move a little bit closer, he decides to move off into the bush and get out of the way, just in case I eat koalas for lunch or something. But it's amazing. It was amazing. I was lost in my thoughts, having a nice little walk, and I just turned a corner and just stopped dead in my tracks. Koala bear. Very cool. Well, that's the end of day 2. It finishes at Blanket Bay, which is a very pretty beach. It would be even nicer with gorgeous blue skies, but it's actually very, very nice weather. It's very fresh. And I'm going to go for a little paddle in a minute. So last night, Blanket Bay campground was beautiful, right on the beach. Absolutely lovely. Everything was great, and then I went to bed. And it was a bit like I was in a 1950s B movie, Attack of the Leeches. Oh, as I was getting into the tent, I had 2 jump on me, which I only noticed because the back of my leg, I felt what I thought was a big cold raindrop. I turned around and there was this huge leech there. As I was to discover, most of them are actually quite small, but this one was massive. But it was a very rainy night, and every now and then the clouds would part and the moon would shine through, and it was very bright, and I'd look up and the tent was just covered with leeches. On the outside, fortunately, but they do this strange kind of wriggling thing to move forward. Front goes down, the back moves, then the front goes down, the back moves. Oh, you're just lying there under this canopy of leeches, just praying that there's no hole in your tent. Anyway, that's my first experience of leeches. I'd like it to be my last. Oh, it's a leech-tastic place. So I'm going uphill through a lovely forest. Going to a lighthouse today. Rumour is there's a cafe there. It's the only bit of civilization on the whole 8 days. So I'm really looking forward to a cup of tea. Went to from Blankets Bay to Otway Lighthouse. Otway Lighthouse is brilliant. It's really good, and it's the only place where there's a proper toilet and a little cafe. It's the only place you can get anything on the whole 8-day walk. So and they do amazing scones. Well worth trying. I highly recommend them. Okay, time to crack on to Erie River. It's only 10 k's today. There's an option for a beach, option not, depends on the tide. So we'll see. So it's morning at Erie River. I had a really good night's sleep. Today it's Johanna Beach, which I'm really looking forward to. There's quite a few other people here. It's Easter weekend, so it's a nice popular time to go hiking and camping over here. Really looking forward to today. It should be beautiful on Johanna Beach. This is Johanna Beach, one of the highlights of the walk and something I was really looking forward to. It's a 2-kilometre stretch along the beach, and you've got to do it before high tide, close to high tide, because this is very powerful. But it's amazing. now I can walk along, I can take my time, so I'm here nice and early and really enjoy being here. And I've learned Victoria, they say it's 4 seasons in one day, and it really is. It could be sunshine again in a minute. It was sunny when I reached the beach, and now it's raining over there anyway. So 2 kilometres along here, and then a climb up to the campground. So the day's almost over. Well, I made it to the other end, made it over the river, which is not a river, it's like a tiny little trickle, which you can walk through wearing your boots. The sun's come out, it's gorgeous. Johanna Beach is a really lovely place, definitely. It's quite tough walking on the sand, it's quite tiring. It's gorgeous here. Well, it's morning at Johanna Beach. This is the best campsite I've ever stayed at. It's amazing. This is the view. My tent was just here. As you can see, the sun's out today. It's going to be a very hot day. Blue skies. It's incredible. I didn't know they had blue skies in Australia. We're walking inland and through kind of this sheep farm down there, and there's lots of wallabies walking around. It's a beautiful day, so calm and peaceful and quiet. So we've just got to Ryan's Den campsite. A beautiful campsite again. Each one has its own feel, its own characteristics, its own character. This one is high up on a kind of cliff edge. The day has been amazing. You leave Johanna Beach and you do some fairly gentle walking. You're following a road, there's lots of wallabies around, some echidnas. You pass a little trail magic place with a funny little pirate guy selling jam. It's really nice, gentle walking. And then you get to Melanesia Beach, I think you pronounce it, which is beautiful. I had lunch there and just watched the waves and had fun on the beach for a while. But it's beautiful once you get here, as always. We've got a great view, and the weather's just magic again. This whole trip, it hasn't been bright sunshine at all, but it's been in the 20s and the level of humidity has been just right. It's been great walking weather, basically. And now I'm going to set up camp, get some lunch. Well, no, I've had lunch, get some dinner on, drink lots of water, and relax. It's another night sleeping next to the roar of the ocean. Just leaving the campground now after a night of really high winds and torrential rain. My tent got flooded, everything got wet, except fortunately my sleeping bag. The sun has actually come out for 5 minutes now, just to remind us that it exists. It should be a very nice day. It starts off quite difficult, like yesterday ended after Melanesia Beach. It was incredibly steep, up and down and up and down. And now today we start off with more of the same, and then we get to, after many miles, we get to a place called Wreck Beach, which isn't part of the walk. It runs parallel with the walk, and you have to make sure the tide timings are right so you can go down there. So it should be a good day today, second last day, last campsite tonight. So I'm going to take it easy today, and because it's getting towards the end of the trip, you've got that kind of bittersweet, oh good, I can have a nice hot shower and a clean bed and all the rest of it, but also, oh, I'm going to miss this. I'm going to miss this a lot. So I'm just going to enjoy the last 2 days now. Left camp. The sun is shining, got sun cream on, got my sunglasses on. It's going to be a good day. Made it to Wreck Beach. It's a beautiful place. The sun keeps coming out and then going in. I'm going along to see the anchors of a couple of wrecks, and we've got to do it before the tide comes in. It's beautiful. So it's the last morning, just waking up, clear blue skies, absolutely beautiful. I think it's going to be a really lovely sunny day. Can't wait to get out there and enjoy the last 16 kilometres. I'm just having my breakfast with this view. Not bad, eh? Here we are at 12 Apostles. Finally made it after 100 kilometres, 8 days, and it's been an amazing walk. Absolutely beautiful, stunning.